Good morning.
And good morning. We are Weikert Realtors Main Edge, WRME, Mustang, Oklahoma.
Yes.
Man, we're going to have a beautiful Labor Day weekend this weekend. Is everybody ready for that?
I'm staying home.
I got 1,000 chores to do.
Well, we got Western Days next weekend, and then I got an event the weekend after that. So this weekend's my
Yeah, I've got to make sure those 100 bales of hay are baled for Western Days. That's a week from Saturday. Actually, a week from Friday. It starts
Friday night.
The Chuck Wagon deal that we're mainly sponsoring and responsible for is on Saturday.
Yes.
And that's going to be a big deal.
And we're going to have tickets soon to go on sale.
Yep.
So if anyone wants to purchase
We'll be serving beef tips and
holler at us.
What?
Beef tips, fried taters or mashed taters, green beans, I think it was, and then a cobbler, all kinds of good stuff. And then this year we are doing it where if you buy an adult ticket, you will get a free kids meal, which will be like a hot dog with a side. So, and if they want the whole big meal, you have to buy a regular price ticket at $10. So,
all right. Well, we're trying to make it as easy and simple as possible as we can. All right. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Fair Housing Act. Most people, well, I know everybody in real estate certainly knows about the Fair Housing Act, and most people understand the Fair Housing Act. It was enacted by Congress in 1968. That's 50 years ago. Okay, and it basically it's the unlawful discrimination in housing based on race, color, sex, national origin, or religion. Okay, and everybody knows we can't discriminate against that stuff.
right.
But I don't know how many people have heard about the real estate listing in California that the seller is refusing to allow showings for anybody that's a Trump supporter. Okay? And there's a big to-do about whether that's legal or not.
Right.
50 years ago, Congress never imagined us having such a political divide, I don't believe. Okay? So it was not included in the Fair Housing Act. No political affiliation. First of all, I would be very upset if one of my agents took a listing like that. But that's just wrong to me. Okay, we're not going to discriminate for any reason. Okay, and why in the world would you eliminate half of your buying base? I don't know how much this house is listed for.
Well, if I had a client that was like, we don't want to, I would question that to them too. I would make them understand that, one, they're going to eliminate X amount of their potential buyers.
Right.
And if they offend, and even if they don't eliminate one that's on their side, they might offend them because they still might be offended by the fact that they're wanting to exclude another group just because of what they believe in.
Right. It's amazing where our country's come from in 50 years. Okay. And I'm sure in the 50s and 60s there was all kinds of discrimination and stuff like that going on. And, well, actually, the Fair Housing Act is also known as Title VIII of the Civil Rights Act. And, people don't understand that the Civil Rights Act just wasn't about color. It was about all sorts of things. Okay. Discrimination just doesn't belong in our world. And it seems to be worse in certain areas now than it used to be. I used to never even give it a thought. Okay. But now you got to think about everything. You got to think about what you say. I mean, words can be used against you. I was listening to the news yesterday. I can't remember the word. It was on all the news stations, but they were making it a discriminatory word, and it has nothing to do with discrimination to me or anybody that I know.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that this is being done since we had where everybody wanted to be politically correct.
Right,
I don't see how this is.
Yeah. And I'm really frustrated in this country about people hating each other over stuff like that. I'm sure there's plenty of folks out there that think I'm rude and crude and socially unacceptable. But, I get along with everybody.
Right.
I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, you're going to have your opinion. if you go on Facebook in Oklahoma City, Dutch is on all the real estate boards, and we're about as far apart as it comes politically.
Right.
I like Dutch. He cracks me up. He's a character magnet. I guess kind of like I'm a character magnet. My wife tells me that all the time. But we can have totally different opinions.
Right.
Dude, if we have a cross sell, I'm going to love working with you. It's just the way it is. I don't understand why all the animosity. I just don't, okay? It just doesn't belong in our world. And we have enough to deal with every day without having to put up with, political bias.
Right. It's hard enough to sell a house sometimes without adding other hurdles to it.
Right, my listing in Sleepy Hollow, I got it under, in Norman, got it under contract yesterday. I had a lot of offers on it. But some people, that's a total tear down. Just need to tear the house down and start again. And others are like, wow, we can make something really cool out of this house. It's 2 acres, pond, all this stuff. And it's just, it was funny to see the way, the vast array of how people looked at the same piece of property. Mm-hmm. And some people I had some people very hateful about it. Oh, you should it's just junk. You shouldn't even be, you're crazy for asking $100,000 for that. And then other people are like, I see $100,000 just in the land. Okay.
Right.
Not in the house, because the house was rough.
And that, again, is how you look at something.
Right. Everybody has their own view. But that don't mean I'm going to go around slapping people because they don't have my view.
It's just like you can write something on a piece of paper and have 5 different people read it, and they're all going to read it a different way.
Oh, that's one of the reasons I don't like to do transactional discussions about real estate in text messages. Mm-hmm. There's no tone to it, and it's so easy to misconstrue something. Misunderstand.
There you go.
Whatever. Get messed up. We don't want to do that. We want everybody to be as clear and precise as possible, especially when you're dealing with numbers and title work and all this other stuff.
And we understand sometimes you have to text.
Mm-hmm.
We get it. We don't mind texting, but ask questions and don't just assume. I do the same. I try to make myself as clear as possible, but understand that sometimes things can be best read.
Well, actually, this house that I just got under contract on Sleepy Hollow, a lot of the transaction stuff was done via text. And then I told the guy, I said, okay, I'll send this paperwork over there because we have a paper trail. Even though we're trying to negotiate back and forth, we need the paper trail, the seller's counteroffer, buyer's counteroffer. We need that paper trail. Cool with it. I suspect this is going to be a great transaction. And we're helping the people out. They inherited the property and they're ready for it to go away. But it's just, I love transactions that are smooth. Everything kind of meshes together and works. And if everything in our society worked that way, it'd just be better.
It would.
Political, all that crud, What else we got? We got some open houses?
We do. We have one on September 2nd from 2 to 4, 5204 Northwest 161st Terrace in Edmond.
That's Terry's, correct?
That is Terry's.
Terry McQueen. She's awesome.
Love to
Go
show
see
you
her.
that house. It's an awesome house, so.
Yeah, Robert just posted, text is okay for yes, no, or call me. I pretty much agree. I don't like prices going back and forth via text. Too easy to add a number or a zero or get the decimal point in the wrong spot. Okay, we got Western Days.
Yes.
We got our open houses.
We'll be closed on Monday.
Yep, we're going to be closed for Labor Day.
Everyone will be available by phones.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're working with somebody or need help, shoot somebody a
If you
text
call
or
me,
call
better leave a message because I'm more likely going to be on my tractor all weekend long. It's Labor Day. You got to work from dawn to dark, right?
I think I'm going to work on my tan.
I haven't had a problem with that. Well, what else have we got today?
I think that's it. We're just on the patch and getting ready for the last few things for Western Days. When we have tickets, we'll let everybody know. So if you want to pre-order, holler at us. Or the chamber will have them too. So.
All right. Well, we're going to start wrapping this up. We'll probably I'd love to hear your comments on the Fair Housing Act and what you think has changed in the last 50 years? Since 1968 to 2018, what do you think has changed in the way people view fair housing, race, all this stuff? Give us some comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Or if you have a question about it or anything else.
That's right. Weichert Realtors Main Edge, where we do real life, real world real estate every day. Come see us.
Bye.